Adam and Wack, and we back smoking in the back of the Cadillac.
I'm the driver.
Listen, you're
Right
drinking
now,
a Celsius right now, so like.
Hey, listen, man, we going exclusive right now. Wait up, 1 second.
This is
Nobody
you, though.
never seen the Wack like this. Yeah.
He finally gone Muslim.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, due to the perpendicular ways of the people and the United States Army and the black people and the plantation, I'm here to tell you guys. What's up?
No, but you claim that you don't do drugs. That is a lot worse than most drugs.
Damn.
That's all I'm saying.
Your eyes are so fucking redneck blue. Your head got bigger. I don't know if it's clear. This shit is crazy, bro.
Oh, because you normally can't really see me that good.
Yeah.
Wow.
This shit, bro, you got 2 lumps on your forehead.
Lumps?
Yeah, right there. This shit is crazy.
Oh, what the joke is that you like
Now-
could see my satanic.
Now,
okay, yeah.
Your little hair thing, I can't give you that much credit.
Really?
Because I can really see the swoosh through it.
Yeah.
But it's looking, damn.
Let's acknowledge that
I'm
on the
blind
last
as a
podcast, you took a picture of my forehead and hair, not the rest of my head. He posted on Instagram. I've never seen anybody post a photo with these exact dimensions on Instagram. It's like this wide, this tall, just right here.
Yo.
Asking people what they thought of my hairline.
Did you call me an asshole?
on that? Oh,
No,
in the
when
comments?
you saw
Or?
it, when you first saw it, did you say, this asshole?
It was probably something like that. Yeah.
I did a good job.
Yeah. No, you did good. You seem like you're a lot more like present in the moment right now,
this
to be
shit
honest.
amazing, bro. Like, I'm seeing the world in a way I've never. I got these glasses like 2 years ago.
Right.
And I was looking for my house keys, and I couldn't find them. If you can't find some shit, you know who you call? The mobile car detail guy.
Oh.
He finds everything.
But what, they were holding onto your glasses?
No. When he start, when they go through your car and they vacuum it, they get all under the seat and the crevices. They even find shit you don't want them to find.
But then when I get in there and I look in the middle compartment, usually it'll have all my stuff in there.
All your shit right there, right? When I got in there, I'm like, what the And I said, oh, these is glasses, but I didn't even put them on till right now. This shit is amazing.
It occurs to me that you and Munchie B are kind of in competition for who's the most blind blood out here.
No, I'm not that blind.
Oh, okay.
I'm not that blind. I can see and smell the pussy.
But I'm just saying that, like, podding with him, you kind of, like, realize the things that suck about being blind, which is that he can't, like, pick up on the, nonverbal cues as much.
He can see out of one eye. I don't know.
I don't know exactly how it works. I know that he do be camped out on his phone and stuff. I assume it's the kind of thing where it's like he needs his phone in a certain position. I assume, it's a challenge. Baby Cuban Rob in the building.
Hey, Cuban Rob.
Don't do that.
How you doing?
Don't
do what?
I still have to hop on YouTube and search for your videos.
That's crazy.
What? That's your name.
Nah.
What?
Nah, I'm not the internet. Like, you especially.
We're not live right now.
Okay, good.
Why? You scared the feds are going to come? Why are you wearing a baseball jersey? You look like you might really play baseball.
Yo, wait, what do you mean?
Play ball, that's why.
What do you mean not the internet? You were the internet when that bitch ass nigga who you whooped on and put all them knots on his head snitched on you and called your job and said, your employee did this to me and this is his handle on the internet.
Shut up. Who did that?
I swear to God, bitch ass nigga.
They got beat up and called your job?
Called his job.
That's an internet thing to do for sure.
Bitch ass nigga.
A lot of them other.
He had to blame me.
No, because they be trolling with him. They were all a part of the trolling shit, so I had to.
You be beating up trolls?
He whooped on him real bad.
I like that. I like you coming in a plain white shirt. That's why you're giving like mature prison vibes right now. The white tees.
Hey, bro, listen.
What?
You don't talk to me about mature prison because you be on some funny shit.
Like what?
I don't know, but it's just not our kind of shit.
Well, yeah, I got my chest waxed today.
What's up with the shirts off the other day?
You like that? The shirt's off? No, that was pretty cool.
But you see the type of that do that with him, right?
Yeah.
Like he said, me and Adam do gay shit sometime. You know what I'm saying? It's exclusive.
Shout out to all my gay partners.
How you doing? I mean, I'm seeing the world now. Yeah.
But anyway, we are doing this podcast at a very interesting time in Los Angeles history.
Yeah.
Last night, many would call it the greatest, I don't know, there's a lot of hyperbole going on, the greatest, craziest moment in the history of LA gangsters / street music.
I wouldn't call Kendrick Lamar gangster music. I call Kendrick Lamar real music.
But a lot of people are highlighting the fact that there were so many people from different gangs who were on stage together.
You have to pay attention to what's going on. You take a guy like Kendrick Lamar, who grew up in Compton. He grew up in the heart of West Side Piru.
Where was Snoopy Badass?
No. Some of those guys were the ones on stage who ran him in the bathroom.
That stage had a gaping presence missing. We need to see the real King of Compton on stage next time at K. Dot. Anyway, keep going.
What he did do on Juneteenth.
Where was Brian Pumper? You go.
He unified the city, both sides. Everybody got along. I hear there wasn't no issues in the parking lots, wasn't nothing. So I didn't hear about any like late night after party, no violence going on, and that's letting people know that the city, California, the West Coast, is behind Kendrick. Huge L for Drake.
Yeah, that's gotta hurt.
The worst part about that was YG.
Because he got mentioned in the Drake song.
Drake could never perform that song and mention YG's name. But see, he did that to himself because if YG didn't approve of that, by you doing that, you'll have K-Dot looking at YG, two niggas from Compton, like, my nigga, like, what you own? So he had to step out there and be like, bro, leave my name.
But YG had a song a couple weeks ago too, where he basically said like, when there's smoke, don't put my name in it. Basically telling Drake, I don't appreciate you throwing my name in the mix there, even though we may have had a good relationship over the years. You know, you're really seeing how people's loyalty, as much as, you know, giving people career opportunities can help make them loyal to you, still at the end of the day, the street shit, the gang shit, the where you're from shit matters much more.
Hell yeah, that matter. First of all, Kendrick Lamar is the most relevant, biggest thing in Southern California. I mean, on the West Coast, period, as far as I'm concerned. So why the would YG want to be in bad standings with that for no reason? And they from the same city. Right. That's crazy. YG did what he was supposed to do.
So the question is, a lot of people have been asking this one is, where was Chuck in all this?
Oh, you know, I can speak on it. Chuck's expecting. He got a child on the way.
Okay.
So he was, you know, he was tending to that. He had something going on.
Okay, if his girl was giving birth at the exact hour that the concert was taking place, I would maybe buy that excuse. But outside of that, I mean, I know what it's like to be waiting for your girl to have a kid. It's not going to stop you from driving an hour on the freeway to go to the, like, arguably the biggest event in LA rap history.
Let's be real, right? Let's just be real. Everybody that was on that stage,
right,
at one point in time, has been on a game stage or a game in studio session. Okay, they were just in Snoop Dogg's compound.
Okay, a
lot of the main people that was on that stage, that's main people know, was there with Chuck and everybody else. Ain't no issues with Game and Kendrick.
Okay.
The song starts off with,
but Game did kind of take Drake's side, right?
No, he didn't. He said, I f with Drake and I f with Kendrick.
Okay.
Game is a guy who he's fidgety, and you know he gonna want to get into something.
What does fidgety mean here?
He just noticed Rick Ross kept taking shots.
Okay.
Him going at Rick Ross wasn't no slight at Kendrick.
Okay.
Him going at Rick Ross is going at Rick Ross. Now, it was a little uncomfortable for me, right? Because of the politics of our circles. You know, you met Big Duck.
Big Duck.
That's Rick Ross head security.
Great American.
Fruitown Piru.
Yeah.
You met Lil Jon.
Yep.
Fruitown Piru. So you got to remember, when you playing with Game, you know he gonna play it out. So, you know, I was happy that Ross didn't respond and it didn't go someplace else, because both squads we kind of together. But as far as last night goes, like, bro, you got to remember, like, it's a lot of motherfuckers that wasn't there.
Right.
Right? And, you know, if bro got something to do, we got something to do. Like, I didn't see him get... I watched Game stand up Steven Spielberg.
I mean, there wasn't...
If he got something to do, he got to do what he do.
People are saying, like, oh, this is bringing together every hood in L.A. I mean, there's not enough room on that stage for every hood in L.A. to be represented, right?
But it was
But it was a very nice cross-section,
you know, I see
Alleged Hoovers.
I see my man Runchy from Great Street there with the basketball player, DeRosa. You know what I mean? I seen Runchy there. But it was really like I seen Rick Rock do something on his YouTube page. It was the right people there for that. Now you have to understand, everybody's not for that. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But those that are for that, it was the right people. It was a great look. It was a movement. It was something that hasn't been done since the Nipsey March. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Kendrick asked me to be there, but I had a chiropractor's appointment.
You know, I mean, shit, that's believable.
And I felt like it might be kind of weird to have the Woods represented on stage like that. Like, I feel like my presence might have kind of overpowered Kendrick's presence.
Adam, you got to remember, like, bro,
I might have snatched the mic and just spit all his verses for him. I don't know.
This is No Jumper. This is West Coast.
Yeah.
Even though you from where you from, when you mention No Jumper, we claim this as West Coast.
Yeah, I've seen you doing that. It's a little troubling for me.
I don't know why.
Not a man.
You built that shit over here, right?
Right.
Am I right?
No, I like that because you told Deal and T-Rell at one point, you were like, listen, why would I not go do a show with them when that's one of the biggest hip hop platforms on the West Coast? We have to care about that platform. They didn't really like know what to say in terms of like you viewing this as one of the things that is keeping LA Route healthy.
That's a fact.
Right.
That's a fact. When somebody needs to get something out there to promote something, when it comes to music, when it comes to the culture of hip hop and what we doing on the West Coast, right? Let's be real, bro. It's not per se the radio stations.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Them days is over.
When you look at the West Coast, right? You know, not taking nothing from Vlad, but Vlad's like a universal guy. We don't know where people don't know that Vlad's back
and
here.
You kind of need to be at a certain level to.
When you,
let's be real.
yeah, exactly.
The level is a little lower over here.
When you, but no, because it's accessible.
We with people who are
and
earlier
that's
in their
why
career.
I'm doing what I'm doing around the corner because people say, Wack, you about to fire your room up. How's Adam gonna feel about that? I said, you gotta understand. The reason why me and Adam click so well is because we're both businessmen and we both know what to do and what not to do. Adam, as he just said, Vlad's here. No Jumper's here, right? I'm going lower than Adam. I'm going to the underground artists. I'm going to the artists that might be prepped to someday get to here.
Wack's going low.
But guess what, right? Who's the next best thing if you're trying to get to No Jumper, prep yourself, get a light on yourself to get to No Jumper, then to go to the Honey Show and talk to Wack, right? If you're up and coming, right? People
go fuck with Wack. You might get extorted. You might get the shit beat out of you in the parking lot, but you'll have a good time.
No, that's your building. And thank God that I came into play. Let me tell y'all something I'm not telling y'all.
This little thing, all right.
He begged me. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm not gonna
leave it alone. Let's keep
because you know we just talked about it.
We did just talk about it.
I'm gonna leave it alone.
Am I allowed to bring up the crazy late breaking news that we just heard about? Allegedly,
you saying that T-Rell got pressed?
Allegedly
by Tyga.
Tyga and Big Deal.
T-Rell got pressed by Tyga. Get the out of here, bro.
Let's give Big Deal the impromptu phone call. See what he's talking about.
We gotta call everybody.
Would you ever smoke a cig on here? Huh? You smoke a cigarette on here?
Cigarette? I don't smoke.
But would you?
Smoke a cigarette?
Big Deal. You're live with Adam 22 and Wack 100. How's it going?
Oh man, you threw me on a live.
Who is that?
No, we're not live.
Who is that?
We're pre-recorded.
Who is that?
This is Big Deal.
Big Deal. Where you from, nigga?
Nigga, I'm from West Side, 52nd Street.
Nigga, this Baby T-Rell, nigga. We gotta get out, nigga. Baby T-Rell, nigga. You got a problem with my big homie, nigga? Huh? You got a problem with my big homie? Pull up, nigga. Huh? You got a problem with my big homie Groove?
Hey, what's happening, man?
What's up, my nigga?
Babies.
Listen.
I'm just chilling, man.
Hey, now listen, you know I'm listen, I think I might be your elder. I'm guessing. But if you get on this phone and tell me that you checked T-Rell while you was with Tyga.
I've been checking T-Rell, man. I'm going to check him. I'm going to check whoever else.
Okay, now here's the problem I got with you. I'm asking respectfully. Is you guys same mom, same dad? Or
same
what?
Mom.
Same mom.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I was to have a conversation with your mom, would she tell me, Wack, these boys been doing this shit all their life, or is this something new?
No, she'll tell you this is what it is. But look, it's really to the bottom of it. If you ain't seen the video with me addressing the situation with him.
We have not seen the video.
They say you checked him.
What'd you say?
Niggas doing whole shit when it come to their bloodline. I ain't with that.
So what is it that he did and didn't do? You gotta bring him you gotta bring him in. I need to talk to him.
That's a good point.
Yeah, because I want to know what the you saying he didn't do.
We're gonna know so much more about this situation in a couple of days. It's almost a shame that we're having this
What didn't he
conversation
do
now.
though, brother, that has you pissed off?
A nigga need to be checked, man. When a nigga ain't with his bloodline.
Sounded me like you hating. Sounded me like you hating.
Hey,
like you asking for $1,500 and he told you no.
Like I'm the nigga on call. I'm the nigga on call. How I'm hating.
Wait, can I ask you a question? So,
Hey, no, look, let me tell you.
okay,
I'm listening.
Okay.
If you was a nigga to get out of line with T-Rell, I'm the nigga on call. How I'm hating.
Well, no, that used to be the other homie that was with him. What's the other homie that was with him that was real quiet? That was the head of security with
Man, I
us.
don't know nothing about no other niggas that was with him. Nigga,
You wasn't there when they built this shit though, bro.
Hey, I was there.
Where was you at when he got chased and had to hop the gate with one arm?
Calling shots from the cell, but what's
Where was you at when he got
No,
chased?
all right, I have a serious question.
We want to know where he was at, bro.
Did you and Tyga reconnect after your first interview?
That's what they did.
Like, did Tyga see you talking positively about him and reach out?
That's what he did. That's what he did. You let Tyga do some big. Tyga won't be fooled anyway. That nigga from Hoover.
Not with Big Deal around.
Big Deal's from Hoover. Tyga's gonna be fooled.
Keep Tyga out of this, because a nigga just hit a button, Wack, I'm coming.
Oh, so you telling me at the end of the day?
Hey, T-Rell hit a button, I'm pulling up on a nigga.
But I don't know, bro, because they said, what happened when the nigga from Fruittown pulled up on T-Rell house? What's the nigga name?
Young Rich Moolah.
Young Rich Moolah pulled up. Where you was at, bro?
Just like when me and my nigga Stacks was at the club. Remember Stacks was at the club and he stripped the boy, he bust him down, and you was out there trying to be the peacemaker.
Who?
No, Stacks don't go in there. You know who they was waiting on? They was waiting on Big Deal.
Hold on. Who was Stacks?
I was the nigga they was waiting on for
Wait, what club was this? Who y'all stripped?
Yeah, who's Stacks?
He stripped nobody. Stacks
Okay.
stripped the nigga.
Stats?
Stacks.
He stripped the nigga
Stats?
Mike D.
What club we was at?
It was at the strip club. He stripped the nigga Mike D Daddy, and you was out there being the peacemaker. And Stacks
Mike D, you talking about the club, the promoter?
Whoever the nigga is, you was out there being the peacemaker, and Stacks wasn't stepping foot in the club till Big Deal pulled up. And I pulled up, you was right there. I said, what's happening?
And y'all
And he
stripped
like,
him?
wait, no. And we went up there. I ain't stripped nobody. Stacks
The
stripped.
nigga must not have been with me. You know, I wouldn't have let you get him.
Hey, Stacks stripped the nigga before.
Big Deal, we'd have dealt with your big old ass, Big Deal.
We was at the club with Sada Baby. You don't remember?
Oh, downtown.
Yeah.
Oh, they
Yeah,
talking
Big
about,
Deal was on
that's the
court.
loose cannon. Remember when Lou said the feds picked him up? You talking about Monster.
Yeah, whoever the nigga is.
Yeah. I definitely was peacemaking that night. Now, look, you know why I was peacemaking that night? No, I'm finna put you up on some shit. You know why I was peacemaking that night? He ain't gonna like this. Big Deal.
Tell the people.
I was peacemaking that night because we was trying to strip him before you. When I took him in away from y'all, we stripped the nigga. For Wolf from OVG. He owed Wolf 50 racks. So when we had him, them niggas pulled up. Right? So I'm trying to get the nigga the food away from him. I'm playing like, yo, let me holler at this nigga, bro. We ain't got to do all that. And they waiting on him to pull up. Say, Wack, the nigga that's gonna pull up gonna get to it. I said, okay, I got to get what we come to get before these niggas. They ain't wrong, but we can't be. We'd have both been, the nigga had about 40 on him. So when I took him into the spot, I said, look, nigga, I just saved you. Give me what you got and we out. I left him with 10. I took 30, left him with 10. So that's the reason why I played possum on y'all. We was on him. That's a fact. Nigga named Monster.
Hey, yeah, man.
You don't remember it was on Instagram where them dudes they had on camera, they came out with like 50 bags of weed. They had them on camera, mask up, they was in the elevators and all that shit. That was dude's spot.
Yeah, I don't know that about that.
No, we didn't do that, but that was dude.
Hey, but yeah.
But I know this, nigga. You pull up on T-Rell, I'm contracted to T-Rell now, bro. If you pull up on T-Rell, it's on.
Hey, Adam, yeah, me and T-Rell, we locked back in, man. We moving around, we pushing me, man. Big deal back out here in the field, man. You know
no, you ain't, because you told Adam you just pressed T-Rell.
No, he's talking about T-Raw. Him and T-Raw.
Okay, but nigga, I'm moving with T-Rell, nigga. It's gonna be what it's gonna be, nigga. What's happening?
Ain't moving me nowhere.
What's happening? Where y'all at, nigga? Where that nigga Tyga at?
Man, he right here. What's happening?
Yo, tell Tyga I with him. That's my man. I love him.
Nah, Tyga good dude. We due for a hit. Tyga every 2 summers give us a hit.
Tyga, man, that's my boy.
Hey, but
got a lot of love and respect for him.
Whose idea was it to press T-Rell? Was that you or was that Tyga?
No, we didn't have no idea to press nobody. You know, that ain't our motive. You know what I'm saying? We ain't pushing like that, but we'll crash anything though. If a nigga want to run into a brick wall, that's on them.
Respect.
I'm letting you know right now. Remember this coming out of my mouth. You do not have Tyga around any activity, or your ass gonna be walking 7 steps in the cell scratching your head. You hear what I'm telling you?
No,
okay.
I'm sharper than that, man. That's why I'm here on the concrete on this phone hollering.
There you go. You gotta bring him in, man. Let's do an interview with him.
Yeah, let's tap in soon. Meet the big deal episode of the Wack 100 and Adam Pod would be crazy.
For real, let's do that.
Man, I don't know, man. I might be going on tour soon, man, so I don't know.
No, he just telling you that. He ain't gonna really take you nowhere.
Man, I might be overseas somewhere.
Hey, I love to hear it, though.
He just telling you that.
Hey, we love the growth. We love the development. Who you calling?
All the time, man. I appreciate it, man.
Hey, yo, check this out. Nigga, you didn't tell me. You called me with that shit earlier, and that was love, but you didn't tell me T-Rell got pressed, bro, by Tyga and Big Deal, bro.
He's calling AD.
I'm just now finding out shit what's going on right now. I swear to God.
Big Deal right here with me. They pre-asked T-Rell. They said the nigga Tyga like was nigga, you know what's happening. And Big Deal took 2 steps back, and niggas like didn't do nothing.
Hey, the nigga AD, he
You hear?
seen and heard the footage.
Oh, AD, they say you got the footage now.
He does have the footage.
Oh, you hiding shit from me now?
He didn't send it to me. He sent it on me.
So you saw the footage?
I didn't see nothing crazy. It was only like 6 seconds.
6 seconds?
6 seconds.
It only took you 6 seconds to pack T-Rell out? That's
bro,
crazy.
What Hoover you from? Wait, what Hoover he from? 50.
Y'all don't know Jumper? I'm gonna call you back, huh? We ain't talking about that.
Oh, we talking about it. Nigga, he up here.
Nah, T-Rell ain't nothing happened to T-Rell. Never.
That his brother Big Deal saying he pressed him, bro. That's his brother.
AD spreading narratives about his brother.
You heard him.
I said the homie ain't content. Fuck all that.
Bro, hold on. Your big ass was content down there, nigga, when you fell over that gate. You mean ain't nobody bigger than the content, nephew? Let the content.
Nah. I ain't seen no shit like that, though.
Okay, do we got the footage? The footage gonna come out, Neff, so shit.
Shit.
You got it, Big Deal?
No, I ain't got it, man. I'm the line press, so I don't need the footage.
All right,
I know what I did was official.
All right, we looking forward. Hey, I appreciate you, Big Deal. Much love.
All right, for sure.
You get that text, G-Way?
That's a great American right there.
Yeah.
Good man.
Yo, listen, I'll with him.
That footage is gonna be crazy because they played.
Where?
They played a little chunk of it on the stream. The AD's on. They posted a clip from it, and you could kind of hear Big Deal and T-Rell yelling at each other in the clip, but it's only like a split second.
I don't listen. For the record, I was trolling. I don't think Big Deal is gonna press his brother. That's his fucking
He did,
brother.
allegedly.
Wait, listen, did he put his hands on him?
I don't know.
No, he's gonna
Probably
talk
not.
a little shit.
Yeah.
I don't believe they're not gonna do any of that. You know, but shout out to Big Deal. If he got a position with Tyga, he's doing his job. And
No, I'm happy to
doing
hear
what he's
that.
supposed to do.
Because when we did the first interview a couple months ago, he didn't mention anything about still having a relationship with him. So that's kind of crazy that they were able to rebuild that right away.
But you said it. You said that this conversation come after, Tyga heard you saying nice things about T-Rell.
You might have heard about it through the grapevine, even if he didn't see it.
Listen, Big Deal didn't know how to get a hold of Tyga. Tyga had to get a hold of Big Deal. Believe that.
Yeah, I don't know. I got an open DM with Tyga, but he only reads it when it's convenient.
Shout out to Tyga though. We do for another hit.
Great
Every
man.
2-3 years he gives us the big hit.
Oh yeah,
Very
no.
talented.
I mean, when I saw him at the Rolling Loud, like, it's unbelievable how many hits he got.
Yeah, nah, Tyga.
He's one of those artists that like has huge hits and they'll still only play like 60 seconds of it.
Yeah.
Because they got so many, we're just gonna blast through all these hits. Wild.
I've done a lot of business with Tyga in the past. We really had a great relationship. He only pissed me off like one time. I forgot what it was about, but other than that, oh yeah, it was a video. He wanted to blame me for some shit.
He blamed you for some footage that came out?
Nah, we did it was him, Blueface, YG, I forget the name of the song. But the security came over there playing by the trailer, and I got into it with the security. I was trying to be humble. They kept on. And the shit they were accusing us of, another camp was doing it, but I wasn't going to tell them they're doing it. I just say, look, respectfully, what you're talking about is not over here if you can get away from the trailer. And when dude didn't get away from the trailer, I remember one of the Bruce Lee movies and hit him with a chop on the neck. I chopped him and then bust him in his nose, and they called the police. I don't know, was you there?
You know karate?
In the Beverly Hills? We was in that mansion. They called the police. They shut the video down. He said he lost all this money and all kind of shit and asked, could I compensate? I said, nigga, I'm not compensating nothing.
What the?
Because what they accused us of, the other people was doing, I respectfully asked him, he came pressing and shit, my nigga. I did what I had to do. I hit him with the chop and tapped that nose with and he teared up. I stopped. I could have did something else. Told him, man, just go your way. But he called the police. But I guess they wasn't permitted correctly or whatever. So they shut the video shoot down.
Wow.
And Tyga was a little irritated by it.
Right. Is this an old Wack 100 move? It's not something you would do these days?
Oh, no, I do all kind of shit these days. I'm 47. I fight. We fight with everything.
Right. Here's the question, though. How do you feel about Kendrick telling Drake to give him Tupac's ring back and he'll have a little bit of respect for him? I don't know why he
That
said
was
back.
bars.
Not back, but give it to him.
Well, you know, you got to remember, hear the significance in that. He's saying you're not worthy of having it. When Drake got that ring, people was like, yo, that's Drake. It's like, Kendrick's like, his whole disposition is, I'm dethroning your ass.
Right.
And I'm going to be real. I said before, right? I always called it fair. The first two songs, remember, I'm like, Drake's up. But I think Kendrick's gonna win it overall.
Right.
What I didn't anticipate Kendrick having the commercial hit that Drake usually has in a battle.
Right.
So we seen all the shit happen, the stores, and then all the little shit started happening, the little shootings that had nothing to do with Kendrick, but it was just all kind of happening at the same time. And I'm thinking, okay, we saw Kendrick go #1. We saw his stream start surpassing Drake's for a little bit of time. And I'm like, all right, he did that. But this shit, nobody was expecting Kendrick to do this shit.
Because, and that's one thing that's annoying, is that if you give your opinion on a rap battle early on in the battle, people will then hold you to that opinion even as the details of the battle changes and more music is released. Because I said that Kendrick was going to need to do a lot more than that to get a W over Drake when Euphoria was the only song that was out.
I said the same thing.
Which I think a lot of people held that opinion. Never did I say like, oh, Drake is still in the lead after Not Like Us came out. By the time that song came out,
nobody said that.
Nobody was trying to make that argument. But Bootleg Kev was hitting me with that. He's like, oh, you've been wrong about this battle since day one. I'm like, no, I was not. I was completely accurate at the time that I made that statement. If that battle had stopped right there. Yeah.
I was with you on that.
My whole thing is just there's a lot of people like Bootleg Kev, I'm going to throw him in the mix, who are like West Coast dudes that feel like because they're sports dudes. So they're used to like the team wins. So they feel like they win because they were in the stadium with the jersey on. My opinion is no. You're not winning as a result of this. You're just an observer like everybody else. But this is like a sports mentality where they actually believe that they are one with the team. That they like somehow Bootleg Kev just becomes TDE
I'm gonna be real.
as soon as there's a rap battle.
I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna keep it all the way Paul Rue with you.
He's white. You know.
That's my brother. You know, I got him his job out here.
Yeah?
I got him his job out here.
Really?
Yeah, he'll tell you that.
Which job?
At 92.3. He was down in Florida.
He left that a long time ago, but then now he's syndicated.
No, when you see him over there,
right?
That I pulled him in. I was in a meeting with and they were going over who they think, and I mentioned his name and got him on the phone and set it up. But this is the thing you got to remember: the West Coast, we are notorious for coming up with the W in all rap beefs. Game 50, he destroyed G Unit.
Yeah.
Right? Kendrick, right?
Bunch of old ass shit that people barely remember.
Yeah, barely remember.
But I mean, let's also be honest. The West Coast has been like consistently taking L's for many, many years.
Where?
In terms of like popularity in music compared to other states and markets.
What are you talking about? Drake's from Canada. He's been on top for the last 10 years.
Right, but I'm just saying like the West Coast owned hip hop in the 90s. And as the years have gone by, the West Coast has been unable to produce too many superstars.
We had a little slight gap, and then came Game 2004, 2005.
Right.
He brought the West back. We all can agree with that. Okay? In the process of Game, right, around 2009-ish, you had, it ain't gangster music, right? But we had the skinny jean movement, right?
The jerkin movement.
Which introduced YG, right? Teach Me How to Dougie, shit like that, right? And then came Kendrick, J-Rock, you know what I'm saying? Kendrick's a part of that J-Rock movement.
But let's be real, rest of the country not anywhere near as concerned with YG as they were
crazy
about
as a motherfucker.
Kendrick and Game, national superstars. YG, huge songs. But I don't think that they identify with YG the way they identify with the Game and Kendrick.
For one, YG, if I got to put together a team, is definitely on that starting team on the West Coast.
Who are we picking from on the team?
I don't give a who we picking from. You cannot take YG out of that lineup.
I'm not trying to take him out. I'm just saying putting him on the level of Kendrick and Game to me is a little disingenuous.
What I'm saying is he's right there in that. When Game is recording, he hits up YG. You understand what I'm saying? When Kendrick's recording, right? I'm pretty sure YG somewhere comes in, fucks with whatever they build or whatever it is. You can't take YG's style of rap, his fashion. Say what you want. I don't agree with everything he wears.
Why are you bringing this into this? We're talking about music. We're talking
fashion. We're talking about who's here. YG was part of the 2010 on up. Game was the 2005.
Or you're saying he was an innovator fashion-wise?
No, yeah.
Or was he just the person who was bringing what was already popping in the city to the forefront?
What YG wears, we didn't wear. He made cool. Let's just be real. He was in Neiman Marcus. Let's keep it 100, right? So what I'm saying is you're saying we was dead for quite some time. The South had the torch. It was always 3-4 dudes hot as a firecracker in the South. Let's not factor out Mustard. Let's not factor out Roddy Ricch. I don't know what the you talking about. We ain't never went nowhere.
Who's more culturally relevant, Draco or YG?
Who?
Over the last 10 years.
Draco or YG?
Draco or YG? Who had the bigger impact?
YG.
I don't know about that.
What you mean? YG still on his run? Draco
on a mainstream level, in terms of like hits on the radio. Okay.
What are we talking about?
Influence in music.
YG.
Culture.
Draco was on his way. Nephew was on his way. Don't get it up. He was going to be a big deal.
He was already a big deal.
No, listen. He started doing songs with the Latin market. He had the thing with Drake. I think he did that wrong. I brought him a deal for $4 million. Let the machine get behind him. He chose to put it out himself, right? He did that, right?
The Draco and Drake record?
Yeah, before y'all even heard, I had a deal on the table for $1 million. He put it out himself, right? Wrong, bad decision. But what I'm saying is you cannot say that Draco was a bigger influence than YG because at the time of his demise, he was still chasing where YG had already been and gone.
I respectfully disagree. Draco, most influential rapper in the last 10 years of the West Coast, for sure.
Well, you out of your goddamn mind. So what about, we factoring out the Roddy Ricches?
He's a very talented artist. I wouldn't consider him the biggest influence.
Huh?
I think sometimes you miss how incredibly pervasive Draco's influence was on the West Coast.
I love Draco. When everybody was against him, I'm one of the bloods he trusted that would come to my studio and go to sleep by himself.
Right, we know the story. Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm saying is you cannot sit here in front of the world and say Draco was a bigger influence than fucking YG, bro. That's crazy. Could Draco
we'll let
go
the
do a
comments
tour?
weigh in.
Can he do a U.S. tour?
But that is more of a measure of your like commercial popularity and less of a measure of your influence on other rappers who are coming from a similar street sort of background.
Draco didn't have the streets like YG got the streets.
I feel like you're a little out of touch.
What?
We can just leave it there.
I'm going to say this, and I mean no disrespect. If Draco had the streets the way YG had the streets, then it wouldn't have been a one-sided situation that night when that man lost his life.
Okay, but you're talking real life street
No,
shit
we're
and not
talking the
music.
streets.
He showed up to a festival with like a handful of people.
Listen, we're talking the streets and the influence. Right? When you got a situation that's happening, right?
Of course, Draco's street situation was clearly a lot less established than YG. That much is obvious. He was a rogue figure out here.
If
he was
he would have had
a
the
rebel
streets,
warrior.
If he would have had the streets at that festival, the streets would have supported him. I'm looking at this shit happen, and I see people getting involved that didn't come with YG just because they like we with YG. Right? If that was the case, it would have been a bunch of people who put a wall around Nephew. Let's just be real. So you can't say in no shape, form, or fashion at the time of Draco's demise, he was a bigger figure in any fucking way, musically, worldly, hit, influence than YG. You can't say that. That's crazy. Now,
I hear you.
Now,
I hear your opinion. I disagree, but
where? Numbers? Want to pull the numbers? Where are we talking?
we're definitely not talking numbers. We're talking influence on other rappers in terms of his style.
Style of rap. So you saying he influenced other people to rap like him?
Yeah, well, I'm not even taking away from like his own catalog and the size of his records and everything. Obviously, if we're talking about hit records, YG has done his thing. He deserves his respect in that regard, for sure. So what have you been hearing about the Gangsta Williams interview that I did? Because you told me that now you feel like you have to go out and see it.
No, everybody's saying they saying that.
I
he
didn't
did a great
ask him about
interview,
you.
but they saying they felt like you kept trying to get him to say something about me.
No,
They
if
said
I
this the
wanted him to
shit-
talk about you, I would have said, "What do you think of Wack
They
100?"
said this is the shit that we don't like about Adam.
What?
He antagonizes and starts shit and puts people in predicaments to where they say things about other people, then it starts a fire.
Watch that interview.
That's what they said.
And tell me what I said about you. I didn't
Then
say
they
shit
said
about
you was
you.
trying to get him to tell.
Tell?
They said you was asking crazy questions. That's why I got to watch it.
The only questions I asked that were about crazy shit was stuff that he's already talked about, and it's shit from like 30 years ago, like the fact that Birdman took him on his first hit. I asked him if Birdman stopped selling drugs.
Birdman never took that man on his hit. On no fucking hit.
Okay, well, he
Fuck
says
outta
otherwise.
here.
He says
Fuck
Birdman
outta
sent him
here.
on plenty of drills.
Birdman has never ever sent anybody to do any violence to anybody.
Why are you like Birdman's press secretary?
No. I'm any man's press secretary when you sitting here as a Wawumpy, right? Talking
the fuck
about
is that?
Talking about
You're not just gonna use new words on
trying
me.
to fucking incriminate any other brother.
I'm reiterating what his brother, Gangsta Williams,
That's a
told
rat.
me.
That's a rat, and he might be a lying rat.
Nobody's more likely to tell the truth than a rat.
Yeah,
He's
but-
got nothing to hide.
But they got lie snitching. Like when a nigga lie, like he's snitching and is telling, right? There is no proof, there's no evidence to say Birdman, as in any form, ever did anything that other than protect himself and help our people.
How would there be evidence of Birdman taking him on a
Okay.
drill 35 fucking years
Birdman
ago?
ain't took that dude on no motherfucking drill, man. Unless he went out there with some drums to the Bayou Classic.
What is that, like a fishing event or what?
No,
The
motherfucker.
Bayou Classic?
Yeah,
It's like a
drill, maybe.
river
Beating
race?
the drums,
Oh,
whatever
okay.
the fuck.
All right.
But that's some bull. You know better than that. That's like me saying Brick Baby took you on a mission and you drove the car.
He did. But
wow.
okay. Birdman has a very obvious reason why he would deny taking his brother on these drills.
It's
He
a
doesn't
lie.
want to be known as somebody who's been, murdering people or taking people on
Starting to know
murders.
people know him from the street.
Terrence Williams got no reason to lie.
Listen.
If anything, Birdman
He
still
does.
owes him a favor because he's not like aiding the government in prosecuting Birdman for this stuff, which he probably could if he wanted
There's
to.
nothing to be prosecuted on.
But if there was.
It's if it's a fifth, we be drunk. It's not.
If he said, "Oh, this guy died, and it was because I was with Birdman in the car, and he told me to shoot him," they could still probably try Birdman for that stuff. I don't know if they'd be successful, but they could try.
Listen, check this out.
He's just not being specific.
I
think Birdman still owes him.
Birdman don't owe that man shit.
Well, he could probably get Birdman locked up for the rest of his life right now if he wanted to, right?
He can't get Birdman locked up for shit. If he could, he would have. But nigga hate like that, then he would have went all the way through with his hate. End of the day, we know Birdman is running one of the most successful independent labels. Him and his brother Slim the Godfather. We know Birdman for helping people make millions of dollars, supporting people, clearing samples he didn't have to clear, doing great deeds. He just sent my man Bebe down there, a bunch of money for the kids, for school giveaways. That's the shit we know, Bird. He just got the key to the city in New Orleans. Did you talk about that?
Birdman did?
Yeah, did he talk about that? No. That's where he from. Did he bring up that Birdman and Slim just got the key to New Orleans?
No.
He's a hater. Now let's move on. Cash money, bitch.
Yeah. Okay. This is a big one.
What?
It's a big one. Lefty Gunplay says he'd be mad if his daughter dated a black dude. Does that make him a hate monger, or does that just make him your average run-of-the-mill prison dude?
He's a hypocrite now.
Ooh, okay.
I'm going to tell you why. He made reference to a statement that I made on Clubhouse.
Okay.
When I said...
He blames you for everything.
Yeah, I never met the dude. When I said I would not sign a Southsider, I would help, assist, whatever, but I wouldn't personally sign.
And for the record, every Mexican person I've had that conversation with on the podcast basically acknowledges that your reasoning behind that is very logical.
Okay. Now, for him to say some crazy shit about me for saying that, I understand why he's saying what he's saying. Because I understand his roots in the politic he comes from, right? You know, he's not a Chicano, you know, he's a Southsider.
Right.
And yes, he's rapping in California. So he has to have some type of allegiance with some black people, Crips and Bloods. Hispanics has never had a position of control when it comes to urban hip hop.
Right.
Over here on the West Coast, right? You get to the East Coast, it's a different type of Latin vibe, Fat Joe shit like that, right?
Right.
So his whole thing about, yeah, I fuck with the blacks, I fuck with the brothers, that's because you have to. But do you really fuck with the blacks? Because the fact that you're saying you wouldn't allow your daughter to be involved with a black man or a black young man lets us know you really don't fuck with the blacks.
Because you could fuck with black people on a very superficial level. You can do music with them. You can have black fans in your music. You can take pictures with black fans. There's almost no commitment there.
But he doesn't.
Your daughter dating someone is like a very good judge of how you actually feel about that group of people. Yeah.
That's a fact. And I just keep it real. Like, I'm not finna, sugarcoat. That's why when you ask those essays that come from where we come from, they telling you, well, Wack said is very true. We're coming. They have a total different structure. Like, if I was Hispanic, I could not get away with some of the shit that I get away with.
Right.
Their politics totally different.
Right.
With us, we section out. With them, is one thing that's solid and it's gonna happen.
Okay, but here's the question: is Lefty Gunplay? Is it fair for him to use his prison time as his excuse for why he feels that way? Because obviously, him spending 8, 9, whatever it is, years behind bars, that has transformed his mentality in a way that it probably wasn't before.
With that. They didn't show the essays and exposed him. Times he said he is in jail, he wasn't, he was here, he was there, he was here. So at the end of the day, what we saying is this. I know for a fact that Lefty Gunplay is a gimmick. The people that standing with him are standing with him so they can get paid. The real Southsiders who got the real paperwork on dude will show you who he is and who he's not. You can find this shit on YouTube.
What are you saying he really is, though? There's been a lot of talk that maybe he's exaggerating how much time he spent in prison.
He's exaggerating how much time he spent in prison, the yards, the position he held on the yards. No way a dude like that is going to hold any position of authority on a yard. He's going to be what they call a fucking torpedo, right? He's going to do what he's told to do. No way those Sudanos who tap into what they tap in with them people across that border will allow a dude like that to be their voice. You gonna carry shit, hold shit, do what we tell you to do. That's it. He's out here. He got a opportunity to make some income and generate some income. They gonna stand with him and they gonna control him. He ain't never calling no motherfucking dogs. No way. Not that movement. Not gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, my issue is that he does. He's like talking all this weird high power shit. Like, oh, acting like if he knew that No Jumper was going to interview Rico Too Smooth, that he would have personally came here and stopped it from happening. Get the fuck out of here. Like,
he's a dope
he's talking
fiend.
all this tough shit. Like, bro. Don't try to get involved with some shit like that. That has nothing to do with you. You don't get to tell me who I get to do fucking podcasts
And that's
with.
a fact.
Yeah.
He's a dope fiend, bro.
Yeah.
He's a fucking dope fiend. For one, that movement is not going to allow a dope fiend to have the keys or be in control of their movement. He's going to sit there, say what he's going to say, but I really think deep down inside, underneath all the over-exaggerated tattoos, he's an innocent little guy. He's an innocent little boy, right, who found a gimmick. He's a cartoon character. They gonna use him, they gonna squeeze him, they gonna ring him, and they gonna throw his ass away.
Oof. You're painting the picture right there. So I asked him to come on the podcast with me and Lush and Brick Baby so that we could talk about some of these issues that we've been having. He said he wants 10,000. I go and I look at how all of his recent interviews have been doing.
This is his downfall.
30K, 50K.
He's about to fall. He's letting it get to his head.
Because his biggest interview by far was his No Jumper interview. I don't even think it hit 600K.
And guess what he was talking
Now he's doing all
about?
these interviews getting 30K.
Guess what he was talking about?
What?
Right? He's talking what?
Putting out his
He's
initial
talking
story.
what Adam 22,
Yeah.
and he's mentioning Wack 100. Motherfucker, that ain't you. That's the chemistry between the people you talking
When
about.
I see somebody ask for an exorbitant amount of money that obviously we're not going to pay because there's no possible way that we would ever be able to profit that much from
You
the
should've
interview.
charged him to come on.
But you know what? You know what I see though is I see somebody who's scared of having a real conversation with people that are going to actually put him to the fire and actually ask him the tough questions.
That's a fact.
To me, him asking for 10K, that's him ducking the fade. Because he knows that if he comes in here and has a real conversation with people
you gonna
who
wear
are
his ass
actually
out.
gonna like press him about shit, that he's not gonna be able to withstand that.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
I feel like we're watching him sort of like speed run his career.
Bro, I give him till, remember I told you this, by second quarter 2025, A, they gonna find him, B, he gonna end up doing some dumb shit, DUI, run a fucking light and run into somebody, hope they survive, and his ass gonna be somewhere, or C, he'll be forgot about. You know one thing about this West Coast, just because you got a buzz and a boost, if you don't know how to enhance that and cross over, your ass will go away.
Yeah. He needs to focus more on the music and less on, doing every podcast.
I still haven't heard any of his music, so I'm not going to, speak on that.
Music's not that bad. Hey, can I show you something? Because there's been talk of this being denied that this ever happened. But I haven't posted these screenshots, but I want to show you me and Smack having a conversation on Instagram. This is from a few days ago.
Okay.
You know me. I'm not going to fucking fake screenshots. I don't even know how to do that. This was a post that I did where I said, Happy Father's Day. This is a screenshot where I said, Happy Father's Day to all my sons. And I posted this photo.
That's a fact.
From AD's Instagram. And then you have Smack responding, laughing.
We laughing? Yeah, now you talking
And then
Smack.
what's the next response? Oh, because I posted like a story where I was talking about like posting your kid or some shit. He responds, on God, and then a couple of hundred emojis.
yeah.
And then the next one, he says, Happy Father's Day. I say, thank you. I don't know if you got kids, but Happy Father's Day if you do. I do. Thank you, loved one. Black praying hands
talking to
emojis. So then, after this, I casually mentioned this on the Tuesday live stream. Look what he does. He must have heard about it. He must have got some shit from T-Rell. Look how all the messages that were in between from him got removed.
Yeah, but you had screenshotted them.
Yeah, but this is like the actual DM, but he goes back and he fucking removes all of his messages.
Smack was talking to you.
Yeah, I mean, I
showing you
fucking
love.
have all
That's
these
a fact.
screenshots. Like, what the fuck? So he's so in denial now, or I assume he just like got yelled at by by T-Rell to such an extent that he wanted to delete the evidence of it ever happening. I don't know if T-Rell believes him that this conversation didn't actually take place. I was a little surprised. Like, why is Smack showing me love and we're having like a real conversation about being dads and shit? I don't know.
So, have you heard about? I've been waiting for you to ask me about it.
What?
The bail of Keefe D.
The battle of Keefe D?
Bail.
Oh, the bail. Why? What's going on with that?
You know, I posted his bond.
You did?
Yeah.
When? The other day?
I posted it last week.
Last week. You got him out.
He's not out yet.
How much did this cost?
Bond was $750,000.
What?
So I posted his bond.
Why?
And people think I'm laughing and bullshitting.
But do you only have to put up 10%?
No. This is high profile. He's a 1275 case, so I had to show where the funds coming from. I had to put up a certain amount. Then I had to cover the other amount with real estate. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But just so you know, see the time.
Why would you trust?
You see the time.
Bond done. Don't post this, please, from the bail bondsman.
Hold on. You see, that's the day.
Mm-hmm. This appears to be a bond acceptance notice from the 8th Judicial District Court Clerk of the Court, Civil Criminal Division in Las Vegas, something along those lines.
Does it identify who the bond's for?
Bail amount, $750K. Charges, murder with use of a deadly weapon for Dwayne Keith Davis, who I would assume is Keefe D.
There you go.
Why would you want to bail out somebody that you don't have a relationship with, right?
Well, you know, Keefe D, 60 years old. He's a brother. You know, he's part of the West Coast culture. You know, and I believe an American way of innocent until proven guilty. And I think he'll have a better chance at having a defense being free.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
And you just want to see him do well in life for what reason? Don't you have no dog in this fight, right?
Well, I know he's not a murderer. He didn't kill anybody.
But he was in the car. That's basically what they're charging him with, right? They don't think he pulled the trigger.
I mean, they say for the murder. They didn't say accessory.
Uh-huh.
You know, he didn't kill anybody. So, you know, listen, man, I sat back, I thought about it. You know, I've been put in position. I've been blessed in some ways. So I feel like, you know, let me reach out and bless somebody.
This isn't one of those things where you bail him out so you can just get him knocked off?
No, why would I knock him off? Why would
well, somebody else could, right?
You just said I have no dog in the fight.
Right. But it feels like it would be more plausible for you to be committing an act of evil than to be committing an act of goodness out of your heart.
Why? Because I'm doing it for another brother? Because he's a Crip?
A fellow gang member, yeah.
You seen what Kendrick Lamar did last night?
So we're
He
just going to act like
everybody.
that is representative of everything?
We letting everybody know that.
You are not Kendrick.
We letting listen, I'm Wack. We letting everybody know that over here on the West Coast, right, we're changing our narrative.
Okay.
We're not doing no more marching. We ain't doing none of that. Right, what we're doing is we moving with action. What you saw last night on Juneteenth was Kendrick and the TDE team and the rest of the homies on both sides, all sides, moving in action. What you see me doing with Keefe D is moving in action. Let me help this brother. Why not? When y'all see Kim Kardashian go over here and get somebody out, y'all say, ooh, Kim Kardashian got somebody out, got a brother out. But when a brother that come from these streets put forth effort to get somebody out so they can have a better shot at it, it's a problem.
It feels different because
I'm not Kim Kardashian.
No, because we all know he's guilty as fuck.
No, he's not.
Well,
motherfucker, you wasn't even
he's
thought
done
of.
all those interviews. He wrote a book explaining his involvement. Now there is a chance.
Is the book?
There's a chance that his involvement was worse than what he said, but there's almost no chance that his involvement was not as bad as he was saying.
Is the book fiction or nonfiction or either?
I believe
it's not even rated.
It's like a biography of sorts.
Not even rated.
I mean, Vlad read the book, so
if Vlad says, "Hey, come over here, do an interview. I got some money for you. Give me an interview for the people." He gonna get the people what he want. Y'all didn't blame Denzel for playing a crooked cop.
Well, writing a book about your own life is a lot different than playing a role in a movie.
But it's not rated. How do you know that?
What do you mean rated? It's
not fiction or nonfiction.
Okay. So you're saying that he wrote a whole book and just lied about everything?
I mean, I believe he wrote a book to entertain people.
Why do you want him free? I don't understand.
He's a 60-year-old man, bro, who's fucking just battled cancer.
There's a lot of 60-year-old gang members who are locked up right now.
Who?
You should free all of them.
Give me one.
I don't actually know them by name, but they're definitely out there.
Keefe D is a pillar in our hip hop culture.
Pillar?
Yeah.
I haven't really heard anybody speak of him in such glowing terms.
How did he get his start in music?
I don't even know what the fuck he was doing before he decided to get Tupac knocked off that one fateful night in Vegas.
Who got him knocked off? Tupac got himself knocked off.
True.
Let's not blame anybody for that.
Tough to feel bad for him.
It is what it is.
Why are you offering Snoopy Badass a job at No Jumper?
Okay. When a person's lying, right?
Right.
Now, see, when you read that, right? When you got people that's outside of the bubble who think they know what it is internally, the fact that he said Wack offered him $15,000, right? Soon as you saw that, you knew you're a motherfucking lie.
Right. Yeah.
I know what the infrastructure is of this. I know what certain positions come with, and Adam just let go a slew of people, right? So why the fuck would we or Adam, because Wack can never offer you nothing, for me to offer somebody a dollar amount to work at No Jumper, then Wack would be overstepping his boundaries. The only thing Wack could do is get you in the door, make an introduction. Everything from that point on is on Adam.
You could definitely tell me, like, Adam, I think you should hire this guy.
That's it.
You can't say, Adam, you have to pay this guy $15,000 a month. Also, keep in mind,
Adam, you know
for me to hire on-camera talent that would be getting paid $150,000 a year, or $180,000 a year. I mean, you're talking about like somebody who would have to really fundamentally bring in a shitload of views.
You're us.
Which Snoopy Badass is saying right now, I do bring in a shitload of views.
No,
okay, more than that. More than you bring in.
No, he don't. To him, it's a shitload of views.
He brings in a lot of views doing an interview every 6 months or every year or whatever. It's kind of different, right?
So again, when people like him who don't understand how business works and their mind, see, his mind is fucked up. This is why I was telling him to go a different way, because how he sees things and what it really is crazy. That interview, and I told Adam, I did that interview in such a way to where I don't have to respond to you.
Right.
Because the interview, now what I did do.
You laid out your deepest feelings about him, for
what
sure.
I did do, when I heard him say, well, on the phone, he made it seem like it was going to be this. Wack got the content.
You posted the whole call.
119 minutes.
I didn't hear it, but allegedly you were basically saying the same exact shit.
The same shit.
I can't really imagine you saying anything else. So I did like kind of say that you were being fake or whatever on this podcast. It's not like I actually thought you were realistically saying anything
You're
different.
only saying that now because I'm in your face. You did.
You were in my face then too. And
okay, so where was I being fake at?
I don't actually think you were being fake. I assume the call that you had basically consisted of very, very similar sentiments.
People around you has probably told you, we heard the call. Fucking 2 hours. Everything Wack came at him with on the podcast, he came at him with on that call. That's it.
Right.
So I don't know what that was.
And
he got a knife, bro, his team, you seen them, they were very nice.
Oh, yeah.
Cordial.
Very.
Everybody was cool. And then, can you clear this up? Adam, I don't fuck with nothing around here. Oh, technically, you know that. Cameras or nothing. They saying that I intentionally cut the TV out in the lobby where they can watch us in here because of what I was getting ready to do, and I didn't want his homeboys to see. To my knowledge, the TV's always on.
It's not on right now because we have this TV on, right? So we have to basically choose. Do we want the TV monitor in here so that we can look things up on the computer, or do we want to have it playing out there?
Okay, when he was here...
if it wasn't playing in the lobby, it's just because we had this set up and we wanted to be able to search.
When he was here, I remember you pulling up Compton, New Hampshire. You found
yeah, you're right. So it wasn't... You're right.
So, did I ever know that?
I've never heard of you inquiring about that at all, yeah.
If I'm in here and this is on, and if I walk into work and I see that TV on out there, right? When we come in here, I'm under the impression it's on out there. I never knew the minute you go to this television, it goes off. So I don't know what the fuck.
I did an interview with...
I'd have beat his ass up in here.
You know how he brought up Ash Bash?
Yeah, the female.
She just came on with Munchie. Hilarious. She's great. Her talking about Snoopy, classic. So funny. It might be premiering after this on the day that people are watching this on Sunday.
Is that Munchie's girl?
He used to date her.
Cool. Okay.
She claimed.
I don't know her.
She claimed that while they were dating, he tried to get her DP'd by her hood.
She's from Munchie's neighborhood?
No.
Okay. Yeah, ain't nobody gonna DP nobody for no fucking Snoopy. Man, I gave him an honest interview. I spoke to him. I kept it real with him. At the end of the day, for his children's sake, I hope he goes his way because it ain't gonna turn out his way. That one dude that was with him, you fake as a motherfucker. Whatever that dude name is, you a fake motherfucker because you called me after that saying I just don't need Snoopy, bro.
Not DB the General.
No, the other dude, Don. I don't know who the fuck this dude is.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Yo, Wack, I'm calling because I'm trying to build my music relationships. And Snoopy, I'm letting you know, he gave me heads up. He went on Cam Capone and his shit he was saying, I didn't agree with. So I said, look, man, I ain't got no issues with you. Whatever Snoopy do, he does. Then when I look at Cam Capone, his weird ass is sitting right on the side of him. So if you didn't agree with it and you supposed to be the big homie to him, why didn't you shortstop him there? Don't call me on the phone and tell me these things, but in front of him, co-sign the shit. It's a bunch of weirdos out there, and this is why Snoopy really need to go his way, because the people with him are going to cross him. That's a fact.
The craziest shit was that he did that interview with us, and he was hyped after. He's taking
He texted
photos,
me and told me,
taking goofy photos with you, acting like you're about to fight, shit
when
like
I
that.
came out, right?
Yeah, he was having a great time. And even on his story, he's hyped, he's happy, he's laughing, he's having a good time. And the whole time I'm thinking in my head, like, Snoopy, you just got cooked. This man sat right next to you and told you that you should not be a member of where you're saying you're from or whatever. I'm like, bruh, I don't really understand what you're celebrating. I mean, the podcast went smooth enough, I guess, but like, I was surprised that he was feeling triumphant. And so then for him to like basically change his entire tune as soon as he started getting hit up by people.
We came out. What did he tell Cuban Rob? It's an honor to meet you. But then he wanted to say, oh, Valley, Cuban Rob is from Pacoima, Peru. You walked up to this man and said, it's an honor to meet you.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't get it, bro. I mean, he be all right, going by his way. I don't get it. He hit me the next day after it came out on a Monday. He said, yo, the comments are great. The interview's going great. Thanks. Look, the interview's doing good. I'm seeing positive comments and feedback. I'm just tapping in. I swear to God, bro.
And you posted it, yeah.
Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't get it, but peer pressure, I think the trolls got to him.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Trolls got to him.
You see that happen all the time. You'll do a podcast with somebody and it's all good, and then they like hit you up a couple of days later once they got to read the negative comments and had people from around their way hitting them up, and they just got a totally different tune. That always happens.
Definitely. You know what? I need to ask a favor.
Sure.
I need to bring Fig Newton on here.
Fig Munity?
Fig Newton.
Oh.
One of the homies from Devil Lanes. He's the guy Snoopy made all the diss songs about.
Right. All right, I'm down. Sure.
Cool, let's bring him on here.
Op of an op is a op of mine.
Definitely.
No, wait.
Got it. Bring
An op
Fig.
of an op is
Fig, I'm going to get with you. We schedule it. Let's get it done.
Right. A friend. Right. I was trying to think of a cooler word.
Shout out to Jake Capone. J-Cap asked me about that. Fig asked me. I asked Adam. As you guys see.
I had somebody hit me up the other day.
Uh-huh.
And it's somebody who, he's out here. He's out and about, and he seems like he knows what's going on. And he basically told me, warn Flacco, there are people that want to take him out.
They're going to fuck Flacco up.
And he told, and then he provided a little bit. I asked him who. He said, I'm not really at liberty to say. This is the part that tripped me out. He said, the only reason why I can't say who it was is because I was the only black dude in the room. I'm like, the only people that I could picture wanting to kill Flacco are black dudes. I'm gonna be honest, because his content on his channel is almost 100% about black dudes.
That's a fact.
And so I was taken aback by that. I told Flacco he doesn't seem concerned.
That's the problem with Flacco. now, let me walk you through what you just heard.
Okay.
If I say it, they'll know it's me because I'm the only black dude in the room.
Right.
There's different levels of seriousness. Mm-hmm. There's levels where a motherfucker say, we gonna address him, we gonna deal with him.
Right.
And usually when that happens, it's only gonna go so far. Mm-hmm. Then there's levels to where we don't want him to know it's us, get it done.
Right.
So if he's saying he's the only black dude in that room, that means it's been passed along to something that's not us. So now it's business. It's business. It's what's the guy from New York that got killed out here?
Pop Smoke.
This Pop Smoke. Them dudes they killed Pop Smoke. That wasn't personal for them. That was business.
It was a robbery, right?
The personal come from whoever called that dog, right?
Wait, but you're saying that was a hit that was ordered by somebody?
I mean, that was business.
We all were like led to believe that it was basically just a bunch of young ass kids from Hoover trying to get a chain.
The 911 call to get somebody to the Hollywood Hills came from New York.
Because the dude was on the phone when it was happening, right? Allegedly.
5 people in there with him from New York with him. They're out here with him. 4 masked gunmen come in. Only one person get hit. It's business.
Hey, I don't know.
One side is personal, one side is business. And I keep telling Flacco because Flacco doesn't know he's from fucking North Dakota. He came out here on a mission, and by any means necessary, let me find my niche, let me find my lane, and I get it. And I'm telling him, brother, you're overstepping some things in this jungle. He doesn't understand this. He knows no jumper, and a few of the dudes he's meeting no jumper. And the dudes he's meeting, Brick Baby, myself, D-Dub, all of us have watered ourselves down, right, to a certain extent to do what we're doing. Because if we were still on that how we used to be, we wouldn't be in here in front of a camera. So he's taking what he's seeing in here as if that's what it is out there. And he'll talk about certain things because I know this guy, this guy, this guy. He doesn't know about those guys that's in that hole. And I'm telling him, and he's gonna be oblivious, out, woo woo, doo 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 doo, and bam, it's gonna happen. Right. And like it'll fuck with me. I don't want to see nothing happen to the dude.
Me neither. I remember when he first came here that he got specific advice from AD, I believe, which was be very careful about what you cover in terms of LA situation. You could talk about Memphis, you could talk about Chicago, you could talk about New York. It's fine. It's not in your backyard. When it comes to talking about LA, just be a lot more careful. Myself personally, we do a lot of content with LA rappers, but I go way more out of my way to not be messy when it comes to LA shit. Chicago, New York, whatever, we could joke around a little bit more. But you know, I actually feel as if I have, you know, decent relationships. I can't think of like a hood that considers me or No Jumper to be their enemy. I do have issues with individuals, but for the most part, I try to keep my relationships decent out here.
No, you do. You do. People just...
Flacco could do better. Specifically, the titles, the YouTube titles. This started an LA gang war.
Crazy.
And a lot of times he's talking about like very specific people who do have issues with each other. But that title, to a lot of people, is like very federal, very offensive.
And he's from North Dakota.
Yeah.
The most like I wanted to do is just go to Payless and get an OG steel toe and just take a running start about 8 steps and just kick him square off in his ass.
He might not even feel it. He got a big old dumper on him.
Yeah, but I mean, but some people is like, and I'm telling them, bro, like you need to chill out.
Right.
I'm telling them, like and it's like when you're talking to him, he always comes up with, I'm gonna come up with a way to spin what you're saying to make it seem like it's not what it really is. And that's what pisses people off.
Right.
Motherfucker, you from North Dakota, not me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, at the end of the day, they're gonna blame one person when it happens.
I hope whoever has issues with him would be kind enough to just like pack him out before they turn him into a pack.
Yeah,
you know, that would be really cool. That would be very chill of y'all.
Draco got packed out.
Smack him around a little bit.
Draco got packed out. LA pack outs come with other shit.
Okay, not that kind of pack out.
No, I'm just saying, like I'm just being real. You know what I mean? They gonna poke on Flacco big
This
ass.
is the thing. If something happens to Flacco, it's going to be because of what he's doing on his own channel, not what he's saying on this channel. for the most part.
That's probably because you've been monitoring it over the last 6 months or so.
Whenever he's on here doing a podcast, he's at least being checked by other people who realistically probably have more skin in the game than him.
Yeah.
So when he's in his apartment making those YouTube videos, goddamn, he comes up with some narrative.
And that's a small apartment because you see the fucking front door right there.
Okay, I don't know where it is or what size it is. I don't know about the square footage.
Nobody's going to set it up to where you can see their front door unless you have no room to do it anywhere else. There's nothing in that motherfucker but a bed and a little kitchenette. That's a fact.
I would like to inform you that it appears that Comparator has retired from podcasting.
Comparator been taking some L's.
What are the other ones?
You know, he been
The watch situation?
a few things. You know, he done moved.
But did you see the clip of Brick Baby telling him, bang that, put it on your hood that nobody got robbed associated with the situation?
Listen, bro.
Brick kept saying, bang that, bang that. He didn't really seem like he wanted to.
He didn't want to. The watch is in your building every time I'm here. I can bring it in here now. Like, listen.
He's acting like there is no watch.
Listen, okay, fake Cartier, right? So, end of the day, like, look, I don't know the dude. He was clout chasing. He need to go his way because when I want to start playing, I'm going to play back. I'm not finna talk to you.
I told him that he was playing the victim because
He started it.
he keeps, like, and granted, maybe he's retired from podcasting now, so this is all in the past, but he kept saying, like, bro, Wack said this about my hood. Wack said this about me. Wack,
I didn't even know where he was from.
He was talking about, like, Wack is picking on me. I'm like, you came on this podcast and insulted him and his neighborhood.
Straight up.
After that, you can't claim to be a victim. And you can't demand a fade either.
Did I ever even mention this dude? I don't even know the dude. What
Right.
the fuck are you talking? I don't even know who you are.
I'm certain that you became aware of him when he dissed you on the podcast.
Yeah, because now I'm getting this shit. I'm like, yo, I don't even know you.
Right. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck he was thinking with all that. I just been being straight up with him. For a while, I was trying to, like, be a little bit more gentle with his feelings and everything, but more recently, I've just had to be pretty honest with him about not only, like, the victim shit of him acting as if you're, like, bullying him, but then also just, like, showing up to the podcast, like, very inebriated and not really making a lot
I
of
ain't
sense
even
on
start
camera.
playing with him. Your restaurant is still being allowed to be open. Boy, you didn't move once. Everywhere you go, we know where you at. You playing. Like, you's a sucker. We slid a broad up under you and moved you around the city.
Sophie.
So at the end of the day, he knows that. Like, bro, sit down. Like, and you know, we got compromising footage as well. I'm just waiting for you to say something.
Really?
That's a fact.
How compromising?
Very compromising. Dude get off them drugs and he turned into some other shit.
Really?
Yeah. Brian Pumper Dumper with some other umper shit going on.
Brian Pumper? What? Okay, I'll leave that one alone. How do you feel about the fact that your man Boosie is releasing a song called Letter to the Gays?
He need to tread lightly. I think he's playing the media to get the streams because
Right.
Boosie's not a dummy. His manager's gay.
Really?
I believe one of his children is gay.
Oh, I think I did. hear
Right?
that, yeah.
So I don't think he's just gonna come out and just disrespect the community.
The first line on the song is, I told him not to cut his dick off.
Talking about D Wade's son.
Probably. Talking about how unfair it is that he's being treated as a homophobe because he's been bold enough to have an opinion like, don't cut your dick off.
No, I agree with him with that. I agree that, you know, like they have an opinion. We should be able to have an opinion without being in fear of being blackballed and shit like that. You know, it should be able to be, you know, a debate.
Boosie oftentimes goes way beyond that, though. Like when, what was it? Didn't Lil Nas X say something about him, and he in turn went on Twitter and used the F slur repeatedly?
Definitely did that.
That's going to
did you
be a
see
little
what-
rough. Yeah.
You seen what his artist Young Blue? You seen that?
Yeah.
He said, keep building those matchbox fake ass apartment buildings in your backyard. I said, yo, is that hate? Because I think Boosie's getting everything permitted.
I think that you would handle Young Blue almost identically to the way that Boosie has been handling him. If you felt like there was an artist that you had brought from the ground up and built him up, and then you were cheated out of millions of dollars when they ultimately signed a deal or whatever.
Cheated.
Oh, you're not buying this.
We went over this shit.
Oh, yeah.
The brother said, bro, we were in a non-exclusive, meaning if we brought Young Blue a deal, he owed us one or two situations. But if Young Blue went out and found his own deal on his own, right? It did not have to run through us. They had released Young Blue from their previous contract.
Why would you even sign an artist if they could just go sign a deal and you're not going to participate in it?
His brother was here.
He claims that he had his signature forged by his brother.
Now watch it. That's cap. Watch this. They got ways of telling that. After our interview, Boosie retracted that lawsuit from Empire.
He's not suing him anymore.
We laid out too many points. That's why his brother said, listen, I had power of attorney at the time we did the deal with Young Blue. Young Blue had the right to go do his own deals, but he owed us deals that we brought to the table. Right? That's what it was. You didn't hear nothing else about it. So Ghazi's like, yo, bro, we paid Young Blue based upon his contract. We never did a deal directly with you. You're sending me a contract that's non-exclusive. So if it says non-exclusive, that means this man can operate how he wants to operate. Your issue's with him, not me. If he owes you money, you got to get it from him.
You should sign Young Blue.
I fuck with Young Blue.
You should sign him. You get at Boosie. There you go. Now we're at war.
I don't want to get at Boosie. Boosie, we you know.
Why you call him Bootsy?
I don't want to get at Boosie, but end of the day, we gonna get that paperwork from that case though.
Oh.
You know, we think he told on the security.
Wow.
It's a fact.
Oh, shit.
He told him in the paperwork, those guns are my security's guns. Security said only one gun is mine. For him to put two guns on him, that means one of those guns sends that security guard to jail.
Oh, shit.
We waiting on the work to come back.
Well, that's messy. We got a couple other things in here. Forex says that Flacco owes him money. You know anything about this?
I talked to Forex a couple days ago.
You know what it is that Flacco made a video about Forex, and I think Forex was pissed off about it, so Flacco agreed to give him half of the money from the YouTube video, which I guess ended up being $180. So Flacco owes Forex $180.
90.
No, 180. I guess maybe it made 360 total.
Oh, I don't know. Did you see the footage floating around of me and Forex supposed to have been fighting?
Yes. I had a lot of people hit me up saying, is that really Wack? I'm like,
did you see the whole video?
I watched like 2 seconds of it where I was like, oh, that is a guy who kind of looks like Wack.
Did you see the whole video?
Yeah, no.
It's two country guys. I got the video when it starts.
Right.
It's crazy. But, you know, they praying for my downfall.
You fuck with Forex?
Yeah, I fuck with Forex.
I like his vibe, man. He's he's like the fade king. Like, there's so many clips of him talking about fighting in jail that are just so intense, and he's just describing it like he fucking lives for this shit.
Him and his relative, Sporty Face.
Yeah.
I think they cool people. I talked to him though. He all right, dude.
Yeah.
What happened? Is he still like trying to podcast or something? Didn't he have a YouTube channel?
Forex?
I thought he did.
I don't know. I mean, he's definitely like doing his thing media-wise and everything like that.
Yeah.
I felt like I didn't really want to have him come through here for a little while, at least after the awkwardness between him and a certain person.
Oh, yeah, you stay protecting the little guy.
Yeah.
The little guy that said you bet not say nothing to him, but we'll leave that off camera.
You know that WhatsApp message you tried to send me never came through?
That's cap.
You want to see? I don't have it. WhatsApp. Boom. Look at all my recent WhatsApp messages.
That's fucking cap.
It's a bunch of fucking spam messages. You go down here, you go back like multiple months, and you have like people that
That's
actually
cap,
know
bro,
messaging me.
I know I sent it to you.
I never got it.
That's crazy.
I don't know. Maybe my shit is like not set up to receive. I get like all spam on here. It's all just junk.
I got it right there.
Yeah. I mentioned it to him. He didn't really seem too worried about it.
No? You want to play it?
Maybe another time.
Huh?
Yeah.
You want to play it? I can just play the part what he said about you.
No, we can get to that next time.
Okay,
wow, look at this.
We're not going to play it, but I just want you to know I'm not going to play that part.
Okay.
Because I know where it's at. Just so you know, he did not want to be recorded.
What's up with it? So, shit, it's there. No, because it's like this, Brick Baby. Like, bro, the last
Okay.
first interaction.
Hold on. It's not hood and we record that.
Who's
He don't know I got it.
I told him you got it.
He talk crazy about Big U, let people know Big U wasn't right. All that. I just ain't let it go.
Well, this has been the Adam and Wack Show.
And on
Smack
that,
alike.
And on that note, this is episode, I don't know, but this is the Adam and Wack Show.
We're gonna have
the
to do,
22ster and the Pod Rooster.
We're going to have to do another clickbait, the trial of Brick Baby, part 2. Do another one.
Hey, hold on, I got to
Can I
do
throw
this.
that up? The W's?
Yes, all day.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Your honorary West Side, West
Found a
Coast.
gang sign I can rep.
Go to R&B on Instagram and go to her link, and you underground artist, click the thing, fill out the information. Let's see if we need to bring you on the 100 Show podcast.
Follow Adam22Bro on Snapchat. I'm going crazy with the snaps.
There we go.
I've been snapping.
That's a bag.
You get it?
Got you.
Got a little bag. All right. Thank you, Wack 100. Appreciate everybody. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll be back next week. Gang, 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 gang.